Hey guys, Tyrone, Carr, John, and Art here. We want to talk to you about how we separate ourselves, or one of the ways we separate ourselves in terms of like technology when it comes to the group side of things. So, John focuses, just on the group employer benefits. So, John, give our clients, but even people are maybe looking for a new group insurance agent. Maybe they don't have group insurance, and they're looking to incorporate that into their practice on a day to day business. What they would get from us.
Yeah, so this is really a big piece of the puzzle for us because we are really in providing solutions for the employer. So many times we are the back office HR for a small business. Obviously, we know with health insurance and benefits, they are costly and expensive. But we want to make sure that companies are compliant and they're streamlining things from a communication standpoint. So, for example, we have what's called Employee Navigator, which is a system that houses all of your benefits 24/7, 365 days a year. So think of it as your own personal hub from a company perspective. And if you can believe it, we still have employers out there that are still doing things on a manual paper process. So many times we'll come into a company, regardless of their size, and say, hey, we really want to make this all in one place. So things like having beneficiaries stored for life insurance, things like having all of your premiums and your contributions classed a certain way that you may want them as an employer. We also want to see, what are you doing payroll wise? Are your benefit costs and contributions, are those being sent to your payroll provider and synced to provide a seamless experience? So these are all the deep dive things that we're doing in addition to finding the best solution on the insurance piece of the puzzle.
Now, what do we see when we've transitioned clients that are really kind of operating in that, you know, legal pad? They're using a pen to kind of document everything, and then we transition. I mean, what do you hear in terms of like the positive feedback as they transition to more technology based system that we have?
The feedback is amazing. Just a couple testimonials. One is that if you're a CFO or if you're an HR person and you have a multitude of benefits you're offering, maybe you have medical, dental, vision, life insurance, disability, all these things. One is that you don't have to do any more manual math because a system does all those algorithms for you. So there's no math on that perspective. But quick testimonial, we had a client that was not on what we call a Ben admin. That's just the technology piece of your benefits. And unfortunately, we had reminded them that there were benefits to doing this, things like updating a beneficiary for life insurance. And they had a death claim in their group, and there was not a beneficiary assigned at that time. So once that happened, then the client realized, okay, this is something really important. And just to kind of point out too, this is a pass through, so there is no cost for this services. This is just part of what we do. So if you're a client of ours, you get this system. So really, really important. It has been a game changer for many of our clients. It's just our clients are so happy with it.
Now, let's say you have an employer that has, say, it could be 50 employees, it could be 100, and now they're going through this growth spurt. From a HR department, a CFO, that person that's kind of dedicated towards maybe the hiring and implementation of healthcare benefits, where do you see in terms of efficiency or just from a workload how that benefits them?
Yeah, so and this is the cool thing is that so we actually have a person in our office who's dedicated to this Ben admin system. So they are handling all of the questions and answers, not only from the employer side, but from the employee side. So we tout this because when we talk to our clients and prospects, we're saying we are not sending you off to what we call it 1-800 land. You actually reach out to us, and the majority of the time we are able to troubleshoot things immediately because we do know technology can be sticky and it can be difficult sometimes. So that is a huge, huge added value is that we're actually involved in it on a day-to-day basis with you.
I think on that note too, the one thing I want to point out is the emphasis that of like AI. I know a lot of companies that they're eliminating jobs or maybe their customer service positions are now being designated to using an AI platform. That's something that don't believe in. We want someone you call, they answer the phone, You can text us, you can email us. So you're dealing with a live person rather than some AI robot. And I think, for me, that's important because I know how frustrating it is when I'm trying to address an issue with a client and one of the companies that we have to reach out to. I'm going through this AI platform robot, and you're just repeating the same thing over and over again, versus dealing with a live person that it may take you an extra 5 or 7 minutes to get to a live person, maybe more. But when you're busy, time is of the essence, and when you compound that by a number of phone calls you get, and that adds up to an hour plus, you're just dealing with an AI robot. That's something that we think we take in consideration why we want to integrate a human, a live person. So that's one of the things that we want to really strongly emphasize with our clients, and just people are looking for someone, an agency like ours.
Absolutely. And I think that's what makes this unique. It's very boutique in nature. And that is one of the compliments that we both get all the time, is that, we're able to get a hold of you.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what time of day. Matter of fact, most of our clients have our cell phone numbers, which is pretty rare in this time of day. So, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So if you're looking for a new agency to represent your group employer benefits, individual health, Medicare, there's other services that we provide. Check out our website, reach out to us via social media, call the office, give us a call personally, and we'd love to sit down and have a conversation with you.